Lacey Street Studio is a hive of activity. Appearing for 3 nights and a Saturday afternoon matinee are Pedro's performing penguins. The cast include Pedro, his glamorous assistant Gloria, and their 3 performing penguins, Mitch, Titch and Stitch. Ernie and the lad are helping to construct a miniature ice ring. Up in the rafters, the studio's resident pigeons look on.
They're very busy down there. What do you reckon, Lady P? Do you think it's a circus? Looks like a circus ring to me. Yes, definitely a circus ring.
Do be quiet, Walter. I'm trying to listen to what they are saying.
What are they saying?
I cannot hear with you whittering on in my ear.
Only, I do think that it's a circus ring.
Walter?
Yes, Lady P.
Shut up.
Yes, Lady P.
Meanwhile, down below.
I can see now how it's beginning to take shape. Can you, Albert? I mean, the circular parameter of the structural exterior is very appealing, particularly the vibrant colours. Don't you think, Albert?
It's no use asking Albert. He's dropped off in one of the comfy settees. Told me he was bored listening to you and Pedro rambling on about circles.
Oh, never mind. He has been overexerting himself just as late.
Yeah? What have you two been up to in the storage container outside in the garden?
Hush, why nothing?
Come on, spill the beans, or I might have a little word in Beryl's ear.
But I promised Albert they would keep it a secret.
You can't have secrets, not in this place. Come on, tell me, while he's asleep.
I'm not asleep. I'm just resting my eyes. Ernie, keep stum.
I've not opened my mouth.
I'll find out one way or another.
Gentlemen, please, time is of the essence. Let us work while we talk. Gloria will be here very soon with the penguins. Have you prepared the area for the freezer to be situated?
Everything is ready to go. Cathrine and Beryl are preparing the area as we speak.
Excellent.
Where are Beryl and Cathrine put in the freezer?
They're setting them up in the container out in the back.
The container out in the back?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No.
Here's Cathrine and Beryl. Now you can ask them.
Albert, the 2 large barrels in the container both are making a strange bubbling sound and...
Both smell something awful.
Oh, yes, that'll be the lubricating elixir that I've been concocting recently.
A lubricating what?
It's a little experiment that we are working on.
To fundamentally enable the coefficient expansion of the rudimentary access to,
Seems to stink of something very suspicious to me.
Anyway, just as long as it's safe. After all, Pedro's performing penguins should be stopping there for a few days and nights.
Oh, yes, it's perfectly safe.
Yes, no problem.
Marvellous. My penguins mean the entire world to me. And I mean Gloria. Lady P and Walter have been listening carefully to those below.
Penguins? I've never seen a penguin. I've heard about them. Supposed to be birds like us, but they can't fly. Just waddle about.
That is correct, Walter. They just waddle about. However, they are reputed to be excellent swimmers.
Ah, then that must be a sort of swimming pool that they are erecting down there.
Perhaps you are correct again, Walter.
Never really been one for splashing about in water. I believe that it's purely for drinking.
You don't say, Walter. I'd never have guessed.
Ah, look out. Who's this coming in?
Ah, my dear Gloria, you have arrived, and my dear little friends are with you.
My word, those 3 penguins are following her like little dogs.
Everything is set up in the garden for you. I mean, for the penguins.
Mitch, Titch and Stitch, my dear.
Eh?
My babies, Mitch, Stitch and Titch.
Oh, right then. Match, itch and scratch. Follow me and Cathrine.
They will only follow me or out. I mean Pedro, my dear. Come, children.
You're right, Bob. They are like little lapdogs waddling after her.
I want to see what Cathrine and Beryl have been up to in the garden. And I still haven't forgotten that you and Albert have been up to something too.
Come on, lad. Let's go out back to have a look.
Hey, wait for me, you two.
Come on, Albert.
In the garden, we find a large tin bath filled with water. In the storage container, there is a chest freezer, which is open and filled with crushed ice.
Well, what do you think?
Oh, this is marvellous, my dear. Don't you agree, Pedro?
Splendid, my dear. Just what we asked for. Well done, ladies.
Oh, it was nothing.
Well, we did have a problem getting the freezer, but luckily one of the residents in Lacey Street was chucking it out, and so we asked if we could have it.
She was happy to see it gone. Wasn't she, Cathrine?
She was, Beryl. I don't know why. I mean, it's in perfectly good working order.
So do you want me to shovel some ice into the bath?
Oh, no, dear boy. My babies will settle down for the night in there.
In the ice?
Nice.
What?
Ice. Nice.
Never mind the ice. What about our thingy?
Fingy.
Our project?
Oh, yes, the project.
What project? What are you two up to?
Nothing.
Ah, look at the penguins in the bath.
They look so happy in there.
They are very happy. But now we must get the ice ready.
I thought you were keeping the ice in the freezer.
No, the ice in the circus ring.
While you prepare the ice, I shall get my costume on for the dress rehearsal.
Oh, I can't wait to see that in the ice ring.
Me too. Come on, everybody. This sounds interesting.
I'll follow you in. Just gonna check on the plug on the freezer.
The penguins are happily swimming in the tin bath as everyone, but Albert, returns inside. Albert disappears into the container. He emerges with a huge smile on his face and returns to the main hall. The penguins are joined in the garden by Walter and Lady P.
I think penguins come from the South Pole, so I don't expect them to understand pidgin English. Leave the talking to me.
Okay, Walter.
Hello, my name is Walter. This is Lady P. We are pigeons. We live here in Widnes, England, although she is French. Lady P is a French pigeon.
I think they get your drift, Walter.
Yeah, lad, we understand what you're jabbering on about.
Yeah, we're from Knowsley.
You know, the safari park.
Arthur and Ethel rescued us from the here.
Yeah, we were due to be fed to the lions.
The lions, lad.
We escaped by the skin of our beaks.
They said that we were expendable.
Not needed, lad.
Hang on a minute. Who is Arthur and Ethel?
Ah, Pedro and Gloria are the stage names that they use.
We're part of a circus act. I walked a tightrope.
While Mitch and I skate around the ring and jump through the hoop of fire.
Yeah. Our real names are Nordvark, Oceana, and I'm Keith.
Oh, I'm delighted to meet you. It's wonderful to have such talented guests in our humble maison.
Eh?
There should be some barrels of fish lying around about. Haven't seen them, have you?
Albert and Ernie keep checking on 2 barrels in that container over there. That must be them.
Yeah, these look like our fish barrels. Time for dinner, boys.
Sacre bleu! The smell full of them barrels is terrible.
Ah, don't bother us, love. Fresh fish. Caught from the ocean.
Ugh. You eat raw fish?
Of course, what of the ways is there?
I prefer mine deep fried with a lovely crisp batter.
Are you crazy? Come on, boys. Dive in.
Hang on a minute. I know that smell. It's not fresh fish. It's alcohol.
You mean?
Yes. They have dived headfirst into 2 barrels of beer.
Meanwhile, back in the main hall, the ice ring is ready. Pedro and Gloria have changed into their spangly costumes as the Lacey Street Studio staff sit waiting for the rehearsal to begin. Madame Gloria, ignite the ring of fire.
The ringers let them on shore, Pedro.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready. Start the music. The high wire is 10 feet above the ground, and one of my performing penguins will walk blindfolded from one side to the other.
Well, at the same time, our other two penguins will perform a pirouettes while skating around the ring and jumping through the ring of fire.
They'll be bringing in Johnny Cash next.
I love Johnny Cash.
Isn't he dead?
Oh, don't say that, Bob.
Will you three shut up?
When did he die?
Shh, I'll tell you later.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Shh! Madame Gloria, fetch the penguins.
Certainly.
Hang on a minute. I know these pair. They're not called Pedro and Gloria. He's Arthur Bristlewiff. And that's his wife, Ethel. They live in Ditton somewhere.
Shh! Here comes the penguins.
What's up with them? They're not waggling like before.
No, they're sort of lurching from side to side. Don't look too well if you ask me.
If you ask me, they look drunk.
Drunk?
Oh, Arthur, I mean Pedro, the penguins were swimming about in 2 barrels of beer.
2 barrels of beer?
Where could they have found 2 barrels of beer?
In the con.
There's no beer outside.
Them 2 smelly barrels?
That's what you pair have been up to, brewing your own ale.
What? Us?
It was only a couple of barrels of beer. One a deep, golden, invigorating blend with the finest malt and barley, and the other a dark, opaque, fortifying stout. Lovely.
I'll give the Perry a lovely. You're not allowed to brew alcohol on the premises.
Well, strictly, it's outside, so...
Ernie.
Yes?
Shut up.
Okay.
But what about my penguins? Look at them. They are asleep on the ice, inebriated.
They're what?
He means
Pie-eyed, Bob. Pie-eyed.
What are we going to do? I have no show without my birds.
Oh, dear.
Wait a minute, I have an idea. Those pigeons that live in a loft look slightly intelligent. Perhaps in a couple of hours you have before the show starts, you can train them up.
A wonderful idea, Ernie. Robert, fetch the tall ladder. We may not have Pedro's performing penguins, but we'll have Pedro's performing pigeons. Now where's that ladder? Bob! Bob!
He's just scarping out the front entrance, followed quickly by them pigeons.
Fetch me some battered fish, Walter.
Waifs and Strays, Episode 5, Pedro's Performing Penguins by Keith Fielding. Albert and Mitch were played by Josh McNortan. Ernie by John Bostock. The Lad by Keith Fielding. Walter by Rich Bradshaw. Lady P and Cathrine by Jane Bennett. Beryl by Colette Mara. Pedro and the Narrator by Meg Demar. Gloria by Georgina Ridehaulgh. Titch by Leon McLaughlin. Stitch by James Swift. Recorded and edited by James Swift and directed by Louise McNulty. Recorded in the studio and on Zoom in 2021.